Okay, so as you can see, we're still in the Celtic Mandalas. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to think about some color right now. Good morning, Sherry. How was your weekend? Oh, okay. Mine was kind of long, but not that busy. I'm trying to kind of decide where I want to. I think I want to come down here next. Let me see here. Oh, let's take a look at this. Let's look at those two. Now, which of these do you think looks better? Well, thank you very much. Memorial Day, yes. Okay, yeah, the darker one. And then I kind of started figuring out a little bit more about, I'm trying to position this camera where I can see both of those. I started kind of figuring out a little bit more about the shading. This is my favorite one. This was the last one that I did over here. I think it came out the best. Trying to learn a little bit more about the dimension and stuff like that. I think that one turned out real good. But anyway, I want to look at this inner ring. So maybe we'll just leave it. We'll leave it sit about like that right there. Yeah, about like that, I guess. I was going to make a video yesterday, just a regular video, but I didn't get to it. Now, here I go, hitting my head on my phone again. I gotta, I gotta flip my phone up for a second because it tells me I have to rotate the screen. Because I bang into it with my head. I'm surprised I don't knock myself out or poke my eye out. It's a good thing I wear glasses. Let me see. Let's start here. See, maybe I can slide that book this way just a little bit. Oh, you've been coloring on your Dr. Seuss. I noticed Dee Dee was coloring her shelves yesterday too. I happened to see that she had a video on, she had a video posted, maybe a live stream. Whoops, I just turned off one of my lights. Which one was it? Both of them. All right, so I'm just going to start right here and we'll see what happens. Now, we're just using different colors so I can see what some of these metallic colors look like. And if you see the camera wiggle, it's because I smashed it with my head again. Well, those two pencils don't look very much different, do they? Although I do think one is a lighter color than the other, but not much. They sure look different holding them in my hand. Hey, Casey, how you doing this morning? Now, speaking of Memorial Day, you guys ever seen like on Memorial Day when they put out all those flags like in national cemeteries and stuff, Arlington National Cemetery? Oh, Maddie's there. Good. I used to help put those flags out because I served in the military in that unit, the old guard. I never did Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, but ouch, I've done many ceremonies at the tomb for foreign dignitaries and stuff like that. And I have literally put down thousands and thousands of flags. I had to turn my heat on this morning for a little bit. Well, those days were long ago. Well, Sherry, we are barely 50 degrees here right now. 75. Wow. Oh, this phone is killing me. It's black and it sits in the shadows and it's right in my face. I keep hitting my face on it for some reason. Maybe I just need to. Well, I can't because I can't. I don't know how I do it either. It's not easy because I literally have to look around my phone to try to be able to see what I'm doing or around the camera. I mean, it's like right now, I'm kind of like looking at my paper with my right eye and looking at my phone with my left eye. Hey, Thomas, how are you this morning? Let me look here. Get a different pencil here because I'm really wanting a little bit more contrast. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but let's see if I can come back in here with a little bit of this other color. Now they are metallic pencils. I have to keep reminding myself that they're metallic pencils. So we don't have like the same type of coloring because these are all kind of dull, a little bit dull. I think this might be better. We put this other color on here a little bit. So let's try one with this color. Well, it's more red. All right, let's see here.
When you see what it's really like when our skin touches warm, you see why we need Downy. Adding Downy to your wash not only makes your clothes feel softer on your skin, it breathes life into your laundry.
Did you know Cheez-It made extra toasty?
Of course. Want it? Need it? Cheesy.
Why did you stop being a vigilante? The line was crossed. I was raised to the
Okay, Casey. I was wondering if it was going to rain today.
Daredevil Born Again, only on Disney Plus. Style and substance. In the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on these Sierra models. Or get over $5,300 total value.
Okay, Danielle. Whoops. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get the camera in the right spot here where I can continue. All right, welcome back, Danielle. Now we're adding a third color. I was just doing two colors, but I decided to go for a third color to see if I can get a little bit more dimension out of this. I want to try to make it look, instead of like it's a flat, I want it to look like it's rounded, like it has a curve in it, if I can. I don't know if I can actually do that. I keep grabbing the wrong color, the wrong pencil. Well, thank you. Dee Dee, good morning. You got yourself a new fire pit going. All right. I saw some of your live stream there yesterday, Dee Dee. I was watching on my TV. Oh, was it really? Oh, wow. Now, I didn't know it did that stuff. I know it does some stuff on its own. It'll change like your rendering. When it renders, it'll change the resolution on your videos and stuff like that. I know it does that because it's done it to mine. Well, I enjoyed it regardless. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, when you're doing a live stream and there's nobody in chat, it is kind of difficult. The talking can be because you don't really know what to talk about because there's nobody you're talking to. And I always try to remember that there might be people watching that are not in chat. Hello, for those of you who may be watching and not in chat. Welcome. But it is, you get no response from them. So it is different. I think that's a lot of times, Dee Dee, if you don't have anybody to chat with in the chat room, that's probably the best thing to do. I do that sometimes too. Oh, welcome back, Casey. That was a quick trip to the store and back. Oh, wow. So you were watching what on your computer or laptop, Sherry? Because I know, like when I watch on my TV, I don't have access to chat. There is no chat. Oh, I've never tried to watch a live stream on my phone, so I don't know how chat works using a phone like that. I've never attempted that before. Yeah, it's possible it could have been YouTube causing that problem too. I was thinking that if they were causing other problems. Yeah, I don't always notice people as soon as they come in the room either, because I'm busy looking somewhere else. Yeah, I noticed that both of you actually started on your shells. Oh, let me show you a picture. Let's see, we're going to zoom out and then we'll zoom back in, guys. I'm going to do a page in this book while you guys are doing Dr. Seuss. I'm going to do this page. Might be kind of hard to see with the light. I'm not real sure, but let's let's zoom in just a little bit. There's a reason I'm going to do this particular page. All these are round. It gives me plenty of opportunity to practice shading. So I'm going to do this while you guys work on your Dr. Seuss. I want to wait for Danielle to get her Kirby Roseanne's so we can do the candles. So I'm going to work on this page. I found this page last night. But exactly, that's exactly right. Let me show you on the picture that I'm working on. This is why I want to continue on the page I just showed you to get more practice. Because if we look over here, let me zoom in just a little bit, guys. Well, I can't zoom in very good. This thing doesn't work that good. Let's look at the difference between. Is that as far as I can zoom in? Apparently. If we look at these two different, I could lower my phone, but that's going to be even more in my way. I'm going to pull my camera down a little bit closer. If we look at these two things right here, now which one of these do you guys like better? You can see I started up here at the top. I started up here, and I was using color to try to give some kind of dimension and stuff. So it is a little bit darker where all these crossover. I've got all those darker, but it wasn't until I got all the way down to here. When I went from here to here, it's almost like something clicked. It's almost like something it kind of clicked in my head. So then I got these two. This is my favorite one up here. This was the last one I did. This is the last one I did, and I think it turned out the best. So anyway, I'm going to work on that other page so I can continue practicing things like this. While you all work on your Dr. Seuss. And like I said, I want to wait for Danielle to get Kirby Roseanne's. Thank you, Casey. Now let's go back over here where we were. Yeah, you just let me know when you have it, Danielle. Dee Dee, do you have that Kirby Roseanne's? I can't remember. I know Sherry's going to color it, and Danielle, and we have fire. Woohoo! Okay, Danielle. Like I said, just let me know. Well, I really felt like some of this was too dark. Like, for example, I really felt like I got this ring in the middle. I felt like I got this one too dark, but this one, the one next to it, this other one, not quite as dark, and I like it the best. Anyway, just so you guys kind of know where I'm at, I was going to make a video uh, sharpening and swatching my neon, the fluorescent pencils that I just got. But I did not get that done. I did not kind of feel up to it. I was going to do it last night. I really didn't feel good. Oh, okay, Dee Dee. Yeah, that's a pretty good policy, I think.
Contact one of our local business specialists at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America.
Traditional Health Plan helps support your dog's active mind, healthy body, and balanced energy.
I will be coloring out of World of Color, but I believe the same picture is in World of Worlds. Okay, Casey, I love you. God bless you. I love you, Maddie. Yes, World of Color. And then I also believe World of Worlds. I believe that same picture is in World of Worlds. Is that where you have it at, Sherry, in World of Worlds? Now, I have two Kirby Roseanne's books. I have Mythic Animals and I have World of Color. Both of those books are compilation books. Okay, I thought that's what you told me, World of Worlds. And Danielle, you have mythic animals. All right. Now, I've done a couple of pictures in mythic animals. Sherry did one with me. Uh, we'll have to figure out another one at some point. Uh, Danielle, pick out a picture. Pick out a picture in mythic animals and email it to me. And then save that picture. We'll color it together sometime. Maybe we'll get lucky and the picture that you pick will be one that Sherry also has in her book. We'll see. I've heard of that book too, Dee Dee. I did not have that one. So I have, like I said, the two books that I have are Mythic Animals and World of Color. Now, Danielle is going to have, well, she'll have both of those too. And like I said, both of those books are compilation books that come from pictures that are in World of Worlds and a couple of other of Kirby's books. I can't remember what they're titled. I know one's World of Worlds, and then, well, let's just grab one of his books and look. That's a really good price. I just want to see what if it tells me what book, because it's from the World Series, is what it said. It says that right here. Let's see. Well, it doesn't name all those books. There were three other books. Oh, here we go. No. Well, sorry guys. I don't know the names of his other books. I know one is World of Worlds. World Within Worlds. I don't know. I don't have that book. Sherry has that book. That might be it, though. World Within Worlds. Yeah, this one just does not tell me what the names of the other books are, and I don't have those books. All right. I just wanted you guys to kind of know where I was at, what I was going to be doing. That is a real good question, Dee Dee, because like I said, the World of Color is a compilation of his other books, as is Mythic Animals. So it's hard to recommend a book, but if you want what I have, then World of Color. I will probably try to buy some of the other Kirby books.
Next month, plans starting at $16.99 a month. This is summer with Kingston Summer Sales Day, featuring the award-winning Road and Pathfinder. Now more important. Hurry to a Nissan dealer today.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at that right quick. I can see I do have it. Oh, that's not the right email. Uh, are you? Can you start coloring which picture? The Mythic Animals? Yeah, you can go ahead and start. I won't be able to start for a while yet. I've got 2 or 3 other pages ahead of that one, but you can start it. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm very slow at coloring, so yeah, you can start whatever you want to. I've got, like I said, I've got a couple of other pages I got to do that I'm going to be doing ahead of that one. Okay. I don't think I've heard of that book before, Thomas. Well, yeah, all she has to do is push a button and it'll tell her. Yeah, that's kind of weird, Dee Dee. Yeah, sure, Thomas. Hold on. Okay, let me zoom out here. I have mythic animals, Thomas. And then I also have Thomas, World of Color. And I have not heard of the book you're talking about. Do you see him, Thomas? I don't think this has any books. It doesn't have his other books in it. This is a compilation of his other books. It doesn't tell me even what it doesn't show his other books in it. See, here's a list of his books, or the ones that were available at that time. He has World Within Worlds, Fragile World, Mythic World, Alien Worlds, World of Color, Colormorphia, Kaleidomorphia, and Wondrous Animals. Okay, Danielle. Yeah, but the books I have, Thomas, do not show his other books. The only picture of other books that I have of his are these three. That's the only pictures I have. Here's Mythomorphia. It does have a dragon on the cover. And then here's the monkey page that Sherry mentioned coloring. So we'll color this one at some point. And I can't really tell what that is. That looks like Atlas holding up the world. Mythic Worlds.
Full Health Blend helps support your dog's active mind, healthy body, and balanced energy.
Yes. Mythomorphia. Mytho with the dragon on the front. I don't have that one.
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
All right, let's come back in. No, Sherry, I haven't either. Seti, hi, how are you? How you doing, Seti? I hope I pronounced your name correctly. All right, one more little section. And then I will be doing this outer ring exact with the same colors. Okay, now I want to figure out, I think I'm going to use these two colors here. And let's just look at, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm just trying to decide. Let me see. Now I do have to keep reminding myself that I'm using metallic colors. So I'm not using standard pencils. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do with these here. I'm just, I might just leave these as a single color. Okay, welcome back. Oh, let me open up my email. I haven't checked that yet. Let me open up because I do have the other email now. So let me check it right quick. Sorry about my arm reaching under the camera, guys. And yes, that page is fine, Danielle. Let me find it in my book so I can bookmark it and I'll show everybody what page it is. Whoops, that's not the page. That's one we already did. All right. So this is the page that Danielle picked. So we'll do this page. Okay, I'll just bookmark it. Why is there all this lag? Huh? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that'll be a fine page. I mean, all the Kirby Roseannes is pretty complicated for me. I don't have that much experience, but we do them anyway. Where are we at? We're down here. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. Really not doing any blending on these little small areas like that, guys. I got to catch this little spot here. All right, that takes care of that part. Now we're going to do the outer ring the same way. Now it's easier if I turn my camera with this way. I can't hardly turn it any farther the other way. I'm at the full range of motion. Now, this section up here, because we're leaving the background, and we're not doing the background, so this up here, these sections I'm going to do the same as this part right below it, because it is the same. Now, when I color off camera, I don't wear my wear my wrist brace, so I can't color but for a few minutes at a time. But it's a lot more comfortable for me. Now, I don't know what kind of metals they would have actually had access to. They would have had to have made everything in an open fire in a forge. So I don't know what they would have had access to back in these days. But I imagine that we could get some purple tint and some steel just from the heat from fire. And then we're going to do these exactly the same thing. kind of hard to see that purple on there, isn't it? But there is purple mixed in with that silver of the steel. Kind of hard to see it on my laptop anyway. Oh, you can see it. I don't know why things don't show up on my laptop. Probably because it's a Chromebook, so it really is not powerful or anything like that. I don't know. Okay, World of Color. Now that World of Color, it has the monkey page in it that Sherry wants to do at some point, so we can do it too later on. Now let's see. I want to look at. I want to look at using some different blue, but I'm not real sure what blues. Let me see. And just so you guys know, I do swatch. All right, I want to do something with this up in here. Uh, Part of this is background, so I'm going to have to decide which part I want to be background. Well, I don't get like a typical swatch card filled out or anything like that. I'm going to try to do that with the neons. I was not able to do that with my Color, the 300 count. There was just too many of them. But I do swatch at the time I'm picking colors. I will swatch those pencils to see if I like the color combination. Let's see here. And some of these, the colors look they're so similar, it's hard for me to even tell them apart. Yeah, I think something like that. And now we have this little area out here. What color do I want to use? We don't have a lot of options on colors, guys. We just really don't. So let's use a darker purple. We'll use the darkest purple we have. What's it called? Pansy. Well, it looks like the darkest purple, but it may not be. Let's see what pansy looks like.
We live in a world obsessed with more, and before we know it, our desire for more turns into more bills, more debt, and less joy for the things that truly matter.
Okay, not the best color to use
More of what you need
with black dots,
power and simplicity.
because this is very dark, isn't it?
Discover new Dopalite's liquid gel. Reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight.
Kohl's has so many good summer home finds for all of my family's entertaining needs this season, and these woven chair cushions, timeless floral tablecloth, the canvas placemats, and scalloped dishes are just what I needed for our outdoor space. You can find all of these and more at Kohl's.
And you know, guys, one thing too, I just now thought of, I don't really know how well metallic pencils are supposed to blend. I don't know if they're even meant to blend. Let's put a little silver on here. That's funny, Dee Dee, because I was just thinking about that, like different types of things I could use to keep pencils in. And I was thinking about big cups and things like that, like a big gulp cup from like 7-Eleven or something like that. But I was exactly thinking, well, what happens once the pencil, you sharpen it and it starts getting short and it's down in the bottom of the cup and you can't even reach it? Yeah, I have one pencil case that I bought for my 300 pencil set of colors, and that's the only one I bought so far. Well, I've got two. I'll hold 4 or 5 pencils at one time. Whatever I'm using to blend with, that's the pencils that I'm going to have in my hand. That way, I don't forget what I'm doing. Yeah, my pencil holder, my case, it has the slots for 3 pencils. Now, let me see here. I got to remember what I'm doing. Well, I've been looking at new pencil cases, and I've just been trying to do some math and figure out like which one do I want to get because I have other pencils I need to put in cases, but finding the right number of slots is not that easy. So I'm just looking at some options. That's a good idea, Sherry. I have a tray. I have a tray. I use my tray also to put pencils in that I've been using, but most of the time I end up just leaving them on the table. I don't actually put them back in the tray, but I try to do that sometimes. Let me see. Okay, Sherry. We'll go over this way. And I'll do another section here. Let's see. My eyes are getting watery. Hard to see. Okay, Sherry. Now that's one thing I don't do. I do not keep my colors together. They just end up going back in the case wherever there's an empty slot, or back in a tray wherever there's an empty slot. And I'm sure that's not helpful. I think the easiest way for me to keep my pencils organized is just leave them all lay out here on my table where I can see them. Now, when you talk about stackable trays, what are you talking? Are you talking about the trays that come in pencils? Well, I don't have a lot of space. I mean, I do have a table. I do have more workspace than you do. I agree with that, Dee Dee, because I know that you're limited in what you're able to do there. But so I am glad. Yes, I do have a little more space. But okay, yeah. See, I don't know what you're talking about. Send me a picture because I'm always wanting new ideas of things I can use. Maybe here. I've certainly been thinking about different ways I could store pencils. Because, like I said, well, now I did go through, I did put all my colors back in the case before I started with these metallic pencils. But if I'm just going to be using the same set of pencils on the next picture, I just leave them out because they already have all my combinations together. I've even thought about, I mentioned this once before, I thought about just getting some rubber bands and like the colors that I like to use together to blend with, just bundle them together with a rubber band and keep them stored that way. So if I know I want to do an orange flower, I have a bundle of pencils already in a group. I thought about doing that too.
Open things up with the LG CoverDeck Max Zero Clearance Refrigerator. To make space for your articles that matter most. Shop Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. We have, you say. U.S. General from Harbor Freight provides high quality and advanced features at a fraction of the price. From roll cabs, carts, and accessories to tool organizers and cart trays. Designed for everyone from the weekend mechanic to the accomplished technician. Integrated power, hundreds of combinations, backward compatibility, and customization. Available only at
Okay. Thank you, Dee Dee. Let me go take a peek. I haven't got it yet, so I'll check it here. I'll check my email here in just a minute. Oh, well, there's one. Maybe is that it? Nope. Let me eliminate that one because I don't need that. There it is. Stackable trays. Let me see if I can open one of these so I can see what it is. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I have something similar. I do have a similar type tray that I could use. It does have some pencils in it. These are my replacement Prismacolors that I ordered. Okay, well, that's an idea. I actually like that idea. So that might be even better. I actually mentioned that once before, just getting me like a big tub and putting all the pencils in it. All right, let's get the camera zoom back in so I can finish this section right here. Oh, we're up here on, where are we at? Yeah, I know. I've had that problem, Dee Dee. On my table here, I've knocked pencils off in the floor and it breaks the core off. And I have found that it will break the core back here too. So as I'm sharpening it, it will just fall out. So I do like the idea of those little trays like that. I remember seeing you do that in your video, Dee Dee. And had I had some super glue uh, a couple of months ago, I would have done that because I flipped the whole tray. I'm going to zoom back out, guys. I flipped a whole tray of pencils like this, right off the edge of my table. You can see the edge of my table right here. I had this tray sitting over here like this, and I was doing something and I hit the edge, woo, and it just flipped that tray clean across the room. So yeah, I've had bad experiences with these pencils, knocking them off of my table. Let's zoom in just a little bit. Whoops. It always goes way too far. Well, that went way too far. I wish this camera had like oh, that broke it broke a bunch of tips off and it broke a bunch of cores inside the barrel. Whoops. I got to use a little eraser here, guys. I got a little bit of color. I don't know when I did that. Well, I know when I did it. I was coloring this part, but that's better. I got way out of the line. Let's see here. Whoops. I got to do this again, guys. Boy, every time I bump it, it tells me I have to change the orientation. All right, something about like that. Ooh. Now here's where I'd really like to move my book. Yeah, well, they don't like for us to live stream from our mobile devices, you know. They really only want people doing shorts from mobile devices. Took me forever to figure out how to live stream from my phone. I kind of got it figured out now as far as, well, I just don't try not to make any changes to what I'm doing. But almost every time I bang my head on my phone, my camera, it tells me I got to change the orientation. But I don't know of any other way to record a live stream of something like this without having the camera directly above it. Now I'll probably finish this off camera, guys. since it's just like rinse and repeat of what I've been doing. So I'll probably finish this picture off camera and then just post it on the community page. Hair ties. Okay, there you go. That's an idea. Bundling pencils together with hair ties. Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, if I still had my long hair, I'd have plenty of hair ties. As it is, I don't have any, but I can get some. And that might really be a real good idea. All right, let's zoom back out. I think that's all I'm going to do for today, guys. The rest of it I'll do off camera. Let me see if I can get the zoom set better, a little better. That's basically what it's looking like for today. I'm not going to leave just yet. I want to give Danielle a chance to come back because she said she had to leave for a second. So it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I mean, considering that it's just all metallic pencils, I just really wanted to see what these metallic pencils look like since Sherry gave them to me. I like it. I really like that. First time I've ever I never even thought about doing that before, but I really like this picture that was in this book. And that's why I wanted to try it. I really thought this looked nice. Of course, this is not done with metallic colors. We don't have these color options. That's what I was thinking of, like a brooch kind of thing. Or like I had mentioned, like those, I can't remember the name of it. You told me what it was, Dee Dee. The thing, the pot holder thing that I was talking about. Yeah, it looks kind of elven. Rivets. Okay. Maybe I don't know if I'll remember if that's what they're called or not, but yeah, I was thinking some trivets. Trivets. I don't know what they're called, but you remember what I was talking about, those metal things that have design in them like this that you set on your table and put a hot pot on top of. They're like made out of cast iron. Anyway, that's what it reminded me of. Yeah, and the elven kind of thing. That was my original intent with this picture too, was to make it look like it was like it had try to make it look like it had been brazened or something like that. You know how like if you look on Amazon and you look for a good example is like silverware, and they have those like rainbow colored silverware. I was going to try to make this look like that somewhat, so that it looked like it was all from heat, like it was heat treated steel and you had different colors in the steel. But I decided that's a little advanced for me. Trivets. Okay. I'll probably forget what that's called, but yeah, that was what was in my head when I first started looking at this. That's kind of why these are like this, because I was thinking about a flat surface. But then when I got over here, I got to thinking, well, I want to try to see if I can make these look like they're round, not flat. But yeah, my original idea was I had that kind of silverware in mind just because I was thinking about heat treated steel. And when you heat treat steel, it changes colors, or it can change colors. Not that I've heated steel, but I've seen it done on TV and forges of people making swords and stuff like that. So, and I know when they quench those things to temper them, you get different colors in the steel, which is cool. I was waiting for Danielle to come back, guys. She said, be right back. I did not want to just leave when she's coming back. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes. Yeah, Sherry, that's what that rainbow kind of look was what I originally was going to do on this picture before I ever started it, is what I was thinking in my head. But then I decided that might be a little too advanced for me. And I believe that. But I like the way this has turned out. It looks pretty good, actually. Now, the one thing I do wish, I wish I had another picture just like this one so we could do like with regular pencils and see what kind of difference we could come up with. But I do like this. So, like I said, this I'll finish off camera because it's just rinse and repeat of stuff we've already done and not a lot left to do, a little bit. So, so like I said, the next page I color is going to be that plant page, the one I showed you guys there earlier, just so I can practice, so I can get more practice at doing this kind of stuff. Because I really do like the way that looks. It actually looks three-dimensional. It looks like it's rounded. So I do like that. But that's my next page. Just because I have a lot of practice I can do. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Sherry. Like I said, I'm just kind of waiting for Danielle now. Just so she doesn't come back and the stream's gone. But if she's not back within a couple of minutes, we'll go ahead and end it. Well, this here, I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to do this on live stream. I'm just going to finish it and then I'll post a picture. Oh, got to restoke the fire. All right. So you got a new, well, I'm not sure what you would call it, but you got a new container that that you have your fire in. I guess you'd call it a fire pit, really. A fire pit. Yeah. I don't know if that's what they call the box. Maybe they call it a fire box. I don't really know. Yeah, I remember you saying that it had rusted out on the bottom, so you got a new one. That, it, that's cool. All right, guys. I was waiting for Danielle to come back. Okay, Sherry. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here anyway. I wanted to wait for a couple of minutes for Danielle to come back, but she's not made it back. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, Sherry, God bless you. You have a wonderful day too. And we'll do it again on Wednesday, guys. Like I said, I'll finish this picture off camera and I'll post it on the community page. And then the next page will be in the other book. All right, everybody. I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, God bless.